So I've got a sunburn, and this is Final Fantasy's easiest 2-card combos. Let's get into it. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for dropping by and your ongoing support. My name is Patrick, host of the EDH Brutality YouTube page, in which we upload Magic the Gathering content and analysis every Sunday. Before we jump right into today's video, a quick and special thanks to patrons like you for making videos like this possible. This is going to be rather short video. I've been at a car show all day, rather burnt, rather hot, and I want to lay down. So we are covering some easy combos for you all in the new Magic the Gathering set, Final Fantasy. Now, the cards that make up today's combos aren't exactly all from Final Fantasy. However, each combo does have a Final Fantasy card within them. So without beating around the bush, let's just get into it. First up, we have a Yuna Grand Summoner. We've at 1 generic, 1 green, white, and blue mana. This 1/5 legendary creature human cleric reads. Grand Summon. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. When you next cast a creature spell this turn, that creature enters with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever another permanent you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, if it had 1 or more counters on it, you may put that number of +1/+1 counters on target creature. But we don't care all too much about this. All we care about is the initial tap ability to add 1 mana of any color, as well as the delayed trigger of 2 additional 1/1 counters for our next creature, ETB. So what do we want to pair this with? Well, none other than a Heaven's Aura. Heaven's Aura is a very sweet enchantment spell for 1 generic and 2 blue mana reading. Pay 1 blue to untap enchanted creature, which thanks to Yuna is the ability in which allows us to cast the creature with infinite +1/+1 counters. However, what's also great about Heaven's Aura is we can give our Yuna Grand Summoner flying for 1 blue mana, as well as Shroud. So yeah, not only is this a combo piece, but it is some sort of protection.
Did you bring protection?
Oh yeah.
Hell no, man. What the fuck?
Pretty good if you were to ask me. Our next easy interaction comes with a Terra Magical Adept, which doesn't really matter until we flip her. So let's flip her into an Esper Terra, which is a saga that reads. Create a token that's a copy of target non-legendary enchantment you control. It gains haste. If it's a saga, put up to 3 lore counters on it. Sacrifice at the beginning of your next end step, as well as some other text that really doesn't matter too much. But what we really care about here is creating the token that's a 6/6 flyer with haste, because we are going to abuse this with a Yenna Red Tooth Regent, which is a pretty neat commander from Wilds of Eldraine with an ability reading. Pay 2 generic and tap to choose target enchantment you control that doesn't have the same name as another permanent you control. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it isn't legendary. If the token is an aura, untap Yenna Red Tooth Regent, then scry to activate only as a sorcery. So what does this result in? Well, it's rather simple. We target our Esper Terra, create a non-legendary token copy of it, and just have its first lore counter target itself, creating another token copy that is non-legendary of the Esper Terra. And we can do so until we get an infinitely large army of 6/6 flying hasters. And of course, when it comes time to stop this loop, we can just opt not to target it with the lore counter. So yeah, pretty cheeky 2-card combo. Our second Les combo of the day comes in the form of an instant with Overkill, which for just 2 generic and 1 black mana reads. Target creature gets -0, -9,999 until end of turn, which pairs beautifully with Jaws of Defeat from Tarkir Dragonstorm, which is an enchantment spell stating, whenever a creature you control enters, target opponent loses life equal to the difference between that creature's power and its toughness. Meaning if we cast the Overkill with the Jaws of Defeat trigger on the stack, well then any one of our chosen opponents is gonna lose about 9,000 life. You know, life may not win games, but it definitely will make you lose. And last but not least, my favorite infinite combo of the day starts off with a Maester Seymour. which is a 2 generic and 1 green mana 1/3 legendary creature human elf cleric reading. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to Maester Seymour's power on another target creature you control. Pay 3 generic and 2 green mana instant speed in Monstrosity X, where X is the number of counters among creatures you control. So naturally, let's get Maester Seymour's total power up to 5. Honestly, isn't hard to do in Commander. And let's give all 5 +1/+1 counters on a single target creature on our combat step. So which creature are we going to choose? Well, let's choose a Sage of Hours. Now, Sage of Hours is a 1 generic and 1 blue mana 1/1 creature human wizard stating, Heroic. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Sage of Hours, put a +1/+1 counter on it, as well as remove all +1/+1 counters from Sage of Hours. For each 5 counters removed this way, take an extra turn after this one. So I think you can see where we're going.
Damn. I can't see fucking shit.
Maester Seymour will give 5 counters, putting them on the Sage of Hours, and Sage of Hours can remove them to generate an extra turn. Of course, this does not get rid of Maester Seymour's total power and toughness, which means on our extra turn, we can start the process all over again, meaning we have infinite turns for just 5 mana. Yeah, a lot of these cards are rather broken, especially the interactions they create. But not only are they strong, but they're very easy to do given that they're only 2 card combos. So, did you like today's picks? I know I certainly did. And of course, if I missed any, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. So yeah, that is gonna do it for today's video. I'm gonna turn off these bright lights because my face looks like I don't know what it looks like. I'm just sunburned. Yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. YouTube Shorts should be returning this week. And yeah, if you want to stay tuned for future videos on the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. So that means my name is Patrick, host of EDH Brutality. I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.